Welcome to Xamarin Farm Tutorials. In this tutorial, we are going to implement Google Pay payment gateway inside our Xamarin Farm application. Basically, this application is for Xamarin Android only because Google Pay, we are going to implement the Google Pay inside the Xamarin Android only. Okay, so how to implement Google Pay payment gateway in our Xamarin Android project? Let me do the step-by-step process. So going to the Android project and go to the main activity. So inside this main activity we are going to write the codes here. Okay, so here I'm going to create a simple function for that, for payment. Okay, so pay via Google Pay, and inside this function we are going to implement this Google Pay payment gateway. So basically, to implement the Google Pay payment gateway, we need to know that the Google Pay is installed in our machine or not. To check the Google Pay is installed or not, we have to write a simple function for that. So we are going to create a simple function for that. Is Google Pay installed? Okay, so inside this Google Pay installed function we are going to write some codes for checking that the Google Pay is installed to our phone or not. So here I am going to write the code for checking the package name is available in our system or not. So here I am using package manager. PM equals to this dot package manager. Okay, and we are taking a simple boolean flag for that. Okay, so I am going to create a try catch block here, and inside this try block I am using pm dot get package manager, get package info method, and using this method we are going to pass the package name here. So we need to pass the package name here, so we are using the package name. So we need to pass the package name for the Google Pay. So what is the package name of the Google Pay? If we go to the Play Store, and we can notice that the Google Pay package name is com.google.android.apps.nvu.paisa.user. So this is the package name of Google Pay. And the second parameter we need to pass the package info flag, dot activities. Okay, so if this codes run successfully, this line runs successfully, then it means that the Google Play is installed. So here I am using this flag, and I am going to put this installed flag as a true. If the Google Pay is not installed in our phone, then it will go to the catch block, and we are using a simple exception of package manager dot name not found exception e, and that means the package is not installed to our phone. Okay, so this is the function, and I am going to return this installed flag. Okay, so this function is for checking the Google Pay is installed to our system or not. Okay, so we are going to write the code for the Google Pay payment. Okay, so we are using a simple URI for that. So we are using the using block, variable URI equals to new Android .net URI dot builder, and using this builder we are going to write the code for So we are going to pass some parameter using this builder. So dot scheme, and we are using the scheme is UPI, and the another parameter is authority, and we are passing the authority as a pay, and dot append query parameter. So we need to pass some parameter inside this builder. So I'm going to copy this parameter flag. Okay, so I'm going to copy this multiple time. Okay, so first of all we need to pass the paying authority. That means for whom we want to pay. So here I am going to simply pass the Google Pay ID for that. So here I am passing a simple Google Pay ID for whom we want to pay. Okay, and the next parameter is PN. PN is for the name of the authority, means whom we want to pay and the name of this pay name. And the second parameter is for the PN, and this is the pay note. So here I am simply adding a note of sending amount of 1. We can use any of the description or note here. Okay, and the fourth number parameter is MC, and this MC we need to pass 40, and the transaction reference ID, we have to pass the transaction reference ID, so we need to pass a random unique number here. Okay, so the next, so we need to create this random reference number here. So here we are using a simple string transaction ID, and simply we are using a simple GUID for creating the random ID. So here we are using GUID dot new GUID dot toString dot substring, and we need only 8 digit. So here we are passing 0 to 8, and we need to concatenate some static keyword here. We are using UPI here. So UPI, and the next 8 digit is random transaction ID. So here I am going to pass the random transaction ID here, transaction reference ID here. The next parameter is TN, and TN means this is also a payment node. And the next parameter is AM, and this is for the amount. So so here I am going to pass a simple hard-coded amount of 1 rupees, and the next parameter is CU. CU means the currency. So here I am passing the currency as a INR. We can use any of the currency that supports the Google Pay. And next we need to do one thing. So we need to use the build method for that. So after passing the build method, this query will be built, and then we have to pass this parameter to the Google Pay. So now we have to do one thing. We have to create a new intent. Intent equals to new intent, and we need to pass the intent as a intent dot action view. Action view. Okay, that's it. Now we need to pass this URI inside this intent. Intent dot set data, and we have to pass the URI here. Okay, so now we have to set the package name of the Google Pay. So intent dot set package, and using this set package function we have to pass as parameter of the package name. So here is the package name of our Google Pay, so you need to pass the package name here. And next we have to use the start activity for result, and this start activity for result will open the Google Pay if installed to our system, and it will open the Google Pay. And here we are passing simple this intent here, and we need a simple request code for that. So here I am going to create a request code at the top of the variable integer. Request code equals to 1023. We can use any of the number here using this request code, because after successfully payment or any payment failed, this return we can understand that which result is returned from the Google Pay. Okay, so we have to pass that request code. Okay, so using this start activity for result method, it will open the Google Pay, and after successfully payment it will open a simple callback. So how to use the callback and how to know that the payment is successful or not? To know the payment successfully completed or not, we have to use a simply protected override method, protected override void method, and this is on activity result, and this on activity result will return the data. So we can receive the data after receiving the payment, or after failure the payment we can receive the data here. Okay, so we need to check the payment is successful or not. So first of all we are going to check the request code is same or not. If the request code equals to Google Pay request code, then first of all we need to check the data is null or not. If the data is null, not equals to null, then we are going to check the payment is success or not. Otherwise we can only pass this simple a message that the payment is failed. So if the data is null, then we are going to show a simple toast message as a payment failed. If the data is not null, then we need to check the payment is successfully completed or not. So first of all we need to get the response. For that, response equals to data dot get string extra, and we have to pass the string name as a response, and here we are getting a simple response parameters. Okay, so we are doing one thing, we are creating a simple string array as a response array, and inside this response array we are getting the response dot split, and we are splitting using this ampersand. Okay, so this response dot split method will split the response by ampersand. So here is the simple response message. So we can get the response, and this response is divided in 4 parameters: is transaction ID, and the response code, and the status, and also the transaction reference number. Okay, so these 4 parameters will be received from the Google Pay payment gateway. So we need to split that 4 parameter using divided by this ampersand. So we are going to simply split that response by ampersand, and we will receive the 4 parameter here. Okay, so here I am going to paste a simple data as we are dividing some parameters. So here is the we are splitting simple equals to, and we will get the transaction ID, response code, status, and the transaction reference. So we need to check that if the transaction status, this transaction status is success, then it will means that the transaction is success. So equals to success, that means the transaction is success, otherwise the transaction is failed. So we are going to simply pass the toast message here. That's it. Okay, so now let's check this code is working or not. So simply we need to call this method from our Google from the Xamarin Form PCL project. So that is the reason we are using the messaging center here, because we cannot call this pay via Google method inside this main activity directly. So that is the reason we are going to call this pay via Google method here, and we are calling this pay via Google method using the messaging center. So we are creating a simple messaging center here. Okay, so we already created a messaging center here, messaging center dot subscribe. That means when we our application is open, it will subscribe this method, and using this subscribe we can call this pay via Google method. So how to call this? So go to our Solution Explorer and go to our PCL project, and inside our page, so inside our page we are going to simply create a method for payment. So here is my button pay via Google, and this is the click event. Okay, so inside this click event we are simply passing this messaging center here, messaging center dot send, and we are passing a simple string here. And we are not passing anything here. We can also pass the amount here, but amount we are going to simple hard-coded value, so we can use also dynamic value to pass using this messaging center here. Okay, so and the message is pay via Google Pay. Okay, so after clicking on this button, it will open this Google Pay via Google method, and it will open the Google Pay. So let's run this application. Okay, so now let's see. So here I'm going to simply set a breakpoint here, and let's click on the pay via Google button. So after clicking on this pay via Google button, you can notice that this method is Google Pay installed is successfully returned the true, because I already installed the Google Pay inside my Android phone. So I am going to continue, and you can notice that it will automatically open the Google Pay here. So we need to type the lock screen password, and it will open the payment failed because UPI ID is invalid. Okay, so we have to pass the UPI ID correctly, otherwise it will show the invalid UPI ID. Okay, so here I am going to change the UPI ID. Okay, so that's it. Now let's run again. Okay, so let's click on Google Pay via Google button again and click on continue, and you can notice that it will also asking for the password, lock screen password, and it will open the Google Pay. Okay, so we can notice that inside this Google Pay it's not showing the screen here because for the authorization, and here I'm going to pay to the pay. So here I'm going to place the pay via pay, and it is asking for the PIN because Visor is not showing the screen here for the authorization purpose. So I'm clicking on the, I'm typing my PIN and also proceed to the next step, and you can notice that payment is successfully, and you can notice that payment success is called because I'm going to simply putting a breakpoint here also, and also I am clicking on the pay via Google method again, and next I'm also going to create a simple, I'm not doing any payment here, just I am click on the back button. So it will open the on activity result method, and we can notice that we received our request code, and so I am simply debug it line by line, and we can notice that the response is what response we are getting. We are getting the transaction ID and the response code, and the status is failure. And after that, Next we are getting the transaction ID as a blank and the response code here JD, and the status is failure, and the transaction reference ID what we are passing here, the unique transaction ID here, and we are checking simply the status. If the status is failure, that means it will show the payment failed, and if the status is equals to success, that means our payment is success. Okay, so that's for the Google Pay payment gateway. Also we can use a simple toast message here inside this Google Pay installed or not. So inside this catch block we also pass Google Pay is not installed. Okay, so that is for the Google Pay payment gateway inside our Xamarin from Android project. It's pretty easy. So we need to pass some parameters, append query parameters to the Google Pay gateway, and using this package name we are passing our URI, and we can also open the Google Pay payment gateway. After opening the Google Pay, after successfully recharge, it will automatically call the on activity result method, and inside this on activity result we are checking simply the data here, and we are also splitting our response here to a separate string, and next we are going to check the status is success or failure. So that is for the Google Pay payment gateway. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.